Hello everyone, welcome to the most detailed doll reviews on YouTube on Broken Barbie TV. This is Gypsy and I wanted to show you guys what I got. I got the Barbie Look, one of the new Barbie Look dolls called Chic. And I also got a Fashionista doll here, one of the new 2017 ones. And this is Sweet for Silver. And she's got the Kira sculpt. And Sadie Chic over here has the Carl sculpt. There were two dolls in this line that came out together. As you can see on the box, we've got her. She has a dress and some little accessories, but the main thing with that doll is that she is articulated but also curvy. So this is the second curvy Barbie available to the public, and she's not $80-something like the Madame Lavinia doll was. She's $30, so it's a little bit more affordable. And of course, the one that I got next to her, and I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, why did I get her instead of the black doll with the articulation? But I will get into that in a different video, why I decided to get this one first. So, let's just take a look at her packaging. And don't worry guys, I'm going to take her out of the box so you can take a better look at her, because there's always this reflection in the plastic that I can't stand. But anyways, and the sides of the box are plain, just black, and the back of the box does give you a small description about the character. Y'all can take a look at that, and you can pause the video so you can read everything that's on the back of the box if you want to do that. Okay, so now we can get a much better look at her because there's no glare from the plastic, and this is how she comes packaged. I just took her out of the plastic packaging and the cardboard, so she's still attached to her cardboard backing. And here's how she is posed. In the background, it looks like she's on a city street. There is what looks like an apartment building or something behind her here. Maybe even a storefront downstairs, because I see the little tables and chairs. So it's a pretty cool backdrop. And then there's a street, there's actual like concrete, a curb, all of that. And you can tell that it's autumn behind her because the colors of the trees are yellow. The leaves are turning yellow. So the backdrop, I like that. Looks very creative, the way that they packed her up, and then the color scheme that they used for her, all of that goes right along with what we're seeing in the background. It's pretty neat. And of course, because we know that this is very inspired by Instagram, you can see here the Barbie's Instagram handle is at Barbie Style, and these are the kinds of like pictures that you would see appearing on that account with, you know, pictures of the clothing and the doll, just doing everyday stuff. So you see those kind of like snapshots there in the background as well. Okay, so I'm too impatient to keep staring at her inside the box. Let's take her out. Let's do the whole Broken Barbie thing. We're gonna take all the clothes off and do all that stuff. So I'll be right back. Alright, before we get into the doll, let me just show you what all she came with. She came with her certificate of authenticity, and she came with a doll stand. It's the 3-piece sort. So there's another piece underneath here that you attach to that, and that's gonna wrap around her or sit under her legs or something. But I'm not gonna open it because I'm just gonna end up gathering all of these together and probably selling them, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. And I don't use the doll stands that they come with. Here are all of her little accessories that she came with. I really like this. It's a pencil. It's actually quite long. That's a huge pencil. I mean, in comparison to the doll. So she's got a little sharpened pencil. She's got this journal. Who writes anymore? I don't know, because she also has a cell phone. And y'all know y'all millennials don't be writing. Y'all put everything in your phones. And it's, of course, got like a screenshot of their actual Instagram page, I think. But it's very blurry, so you can't really make it out that well. It's just really, really tiny. So it looks like an iPhone or something. And it is silver. The color of the phone is silver. And these happening shades. She's got some sunglasses. And then the last thing she came with was this little coffee cup that looks like Starbucks. But, of course, it's not really the Starbucks logo on here because Barbie can't sell it to you without their permission. So it just has a coffee cup on there. And so that's all the stuff that she comes with for accessories. Okay, so here's the doll out of the packaging, and she basically has long, crimply hair. Now this is the effect that I was thinking they were going to use for the Gabby Douglas doll. And if you watched my review, y'all heard me pretty much, you know, flipping out about the quality of the hair because the saran was not like this. And on top of that, her hair was only crimply on the top, but on the inside it was straight. I did not understand why Mattel did that when they could have easily done something like this. And I just felt like, really? I mean, Gabby Douglas doll is supposed to be about something. Why would you not put that level of quality into it that we know you guys are capable of doing, Mattel? So I'm going off on a tangent a little bit here, but this really was the effect that I was hoping and thinking the Gabby Douglas doll would have, and she didn't. So that was disappointing. But on this doll, they did do it. And I don't know if it's a coincidence that this is not a black doll. So maybe that's why they put all this work into making sure she was perfect. I don't know, but it's just a little bit suspect. Anyway, so her hair is crimply and it's really long. And it's not like really tight, small waves. They're actually kind of long and loose. So, I mean, like they're big. The spaces between the waves are big. So it's very subtle, but it does the job. It's a little bit different texture than what I think we're used to seeing in our Barbie dolls of late. So this kind of gives me vibes of the 90s era when there were lots of dolls coming out with the crimply style hair. That was like the thing back then. So I like that little retro throwback there. And then her hair in the front, this part that's supposed to be like her bangs or whatever, so that part is actually just tied in the back. It's long and it's tied up here to keep it in place. Well, actually, here's the rest of that ponytail. And it looks like it's crimply too, so it might still blend in once that part is taken out. I'm gonna end up taking it out, but I just want to let you guys know, if you guys are like me, you like to unravel the hair and restyle it. So she does have on more accessories here. She's got her hoop silver earrings, which are pretty dope because hoops are like classic city girl, urban girl look. And y'all Puerto Rican girls, y'all know what I'm talking about because y'all love y'all some hoop earrings. But they are really cute and very urban, so I think that goes along with her city chic theme. And then we've got her purse here. This was another reason why I was like, yeah, I gotta get this doll first because her accessories are pretty banging. And look at this, it's like faux leather, like it's real soft. I don't think this is real leather. I mean, I just don't think it is. But it looks and feels like it is. Very soft, buttery, like leather kind of texture. And it's brown, neutral color that can go with a lot of different styles and looks. And as you can see, it does have an actual opening because it's not plastic. This is fabric. So it opens and there's some little piece of cardboard in here to keep it looking like it's full. But I'm going to take that out and try to put all of her little accessories in to make sure that they can fit in there so she can carry it around with her. And then she's got on this sweater dress, which is basically her staple look, and this huge collar here that looks almost like a big loose like scarf kind of a thing around her neck. And the whole thing looks like it's been knitted and it's like a sweater dress. So she's got buttons instead of Velcro in the back, and the dress is removable. We will remove this in a little bit. And then she's got some knee-high socks on. I thought they were stockings, but they actually don't feel like stockings. And she's got some brown boots. So one of my concerns with boots that are long like this is that when you have stuff on underneath, kind of filling in space, then it could be very loose when you take the socks off and try to put the boots by themselves onto the dolls. And I'm hoping with these boots that once they're not on her feet, that once I take the socks off, it'll still fit okay. I'm hoping. So we'll just have to see, you guys. But I love the detail and how it almost looks kind of wrinkled to give it that effect of the boots being made of fabric rather than plastic. But it's squishy like it is plastic or vinyl, whatever you want to call it. And here's how it looks from the back. So as far as her face, she does have the Carl head sculpt, and it looks very similar to the Barbie Look Sweet Tea doll, which came out in the first wave of the articulated Barbie Look dolls. Okay, so here is Sweet Tea, Nude, and I call her Darla. And Darla and City Chic here have the same head sculpt, but Darla was the first of the articulated dolls in this line. I happened to have her on a purple top Made to Move body so she could have better articulation, because the body that she came with was a little bit limited in the mobility. So I just decided to put her on this body. But as you guys can see, the face up is very similar. There are some subtle differences like their eye colors and the way that the lips are drawn on, but even the color of the lips actually look very close. They might even be the same color. So they're really similar. You could use these two dolls if you had both of them as family members, or even interchange them as the same character but with different hairstyles, because they look very similar to each other. So I just wanted to show you guys that, and I also wanted to point out that this doll, who I call Jackson, this is the Pool Chic Barbie Look doll, and she's wearing her original dress. She also has the Carl head sculpt, but she's got a brown skin tone, and their face ups are different, but they do have the same sculpt. So this one is from the, I believe, I want to say she's from the second or the third wave of Barbie Look dolls. Maybe wave 3, because they always release 2 dolls at a time, so I'm just trying to remember what other doll came out with her. But anyways, yeah, so she is from a previous wave from hers, and this is the same head sculpt that they've been using for a lot of these Barbie Look dolls lately. It's, you know, borderline becoming redundant, but if you missed out on the previous ones, well, here's your chance to own a Carl sculpt, which is the same sculpt as Tokidoki Barbie and some other dolls in previous collector lines. So now, let's check out some of her other details and start taking off her clothes. Her purse is removable, except it's sewn into her shirt. You want to remove that stitching, the brown stitching, before you take or attempt to take off her purse, or else it'll rip. So you don't want to do that. But let's just take this off and see what her body looks like. I'm pretty sure that her body is the same as Pool Chic, because they did make some changes in the way that the bodies are articulated after Pool Chic, but I guess we'll have to verify that with our own two eyes. So the sweater dress, it's very stretchy. I feel like you might even be able to squeeze this onto a curvy body type doll, because it's a little bit loose on this doll. Now you can see that she's actually got on panties. Pretty neat. I feel like I'm starting to build up a little collection of underwear for the few dolls that I've seen that do come with them. And she's got elastic around the waist, so you can take that off. But those of you who like to repaint and you like doing the anatomically correct thing, well, you can with this doll because she doesn't have the molded underwear. So that's a plus. Very convenient and very mature. And then the shoes should just slip right off. Let's see. Yep, I just twisted it and it came off. There we go. Oh, okay. So oh, that's interesting. So her socks aren't actually socks. They're more like leg warmers. They don't actually go down onto her feet. So I actually think that's pretty cool, because it's a little bit of an indicator that the bottoms of the shoes will actually fit better onto her feet without socks. And hopefully they will still fit right without the socks on around the calves too. And her socks are kind of stuck to her because they put some kind of adhesive on this side, like a double stick tape. So you see that? That's the tape. Don't really like that. And she does have cardboard wrapped around one leg to keep the knee from bending because of the pose that she had inside of the box. So now I've got her nude except for her panties, and I'm not leaving them on for family friendly reasons. I'm just leaving it on because I don't feel like taking them off. I noticed that this doll does have a manicure on her hand, and the color is, but honestly, it doesn't look very accurate. Like, it doesn't look like each fingernail has a really accurate paint job. It looks like my actual nails. It looks a little chippy there. So, not sure about that. But she's supposed to have a manicure. And then her feet aren't painted at all. No toenails. That's a little disappointing. I do like to see the Barbie look dolls with their hands and feet painted, even if you can't see the feet inside the shoes or whatever. I still feel like they should paint them anyway. And she does have the model muse type of foot, with the right and left foot looking different from each other, so you can tell them apart. And she has Made to Move knees. Now these Barbie look dolls, they're very like fusion, like they have many different body types kind of mixed together, so they're super hybrid dolls. Although they do not have the flat to heel feet, I do prefer that their knees are sturdy, because Mattel doesn't do a good job of making strength in their ankles when it comes to the Made to Move bodies for some reason. So until they perfect that, I prefer that the doll does not have articulation in the ankles. And then, of course, we've got the Made to Move style knee joints, but they don't bend back as far as a Made to Move knee does. So there is some limitation here to the double joint, but it does go back further than the regular articulated knees do. And of course, they don't have that thigh joint that Made to Move legs have, just the regular like pivotal hip joint. But that's okay. Be mindful of these like sharp edges here in the backs of these joints. You could get hurt on that, so you have to probably sand it down or cut it off, or you can use like a nail clipper and just clip that off. And then here's her torso. Her torso is shaped differently as well from a Made to Move body's torso. And I think the chest is a little rounder and larger overall. And of course her arms do have articulation in the elbow joint and the wrist as well as the shoulder. But it's not a made to move arm, so you cannot reach up to her face and all that good stuff like you can with the made to move joints. It won't stay close to her head. And her hair is pretty awesome. I just wanted to go through and check her scalp for missing plugs of hair, which I don't see. She seems like she's pretty well rooted, and the color of the scalp also seems to be a good shade. It matches the color of her hair. This hair color is unique in that it's brown, but it's not like a dark brown. It's actually a really light shade. See, I'm comparing her hair color to Darla's hair color, and Darla has pretty brown hair, so it's a different shade of brown than what I've seen recently in a lot of Barbie dolls, and I do like the hair color for her. And then she does have some undertones of other colors in there mixed in a little. It's like really subtle though, really subtle, just slightly sun-kissed and very subtle. See if she can fit them. Okay, they locked in place because her foot was able to go all the way down. And look, they're not wobbly. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I didn't want them to be all wobbly right here because I have seen some really killer boots that some of these dolls will come with. Then they have on stockings or something, and then you take that stuff off. When you put the boots back on, they're super wobbly. So I have a little seat here. I just wanted to see how she sat. Yeah, one of my pet peeves with Barbie dolls is that when you seat them in furniture, like their legs don't really sit right. They don't, I don't know, they just seem very unnatural in the furniture because Barbie brand furniture is always under scale. So the furniture is much too small for the dolls, and their legs are too long, and like they just look really awkward, like giants sitting on stuff that doesn't fit them. This happens to be part of like a sectional set that I had made, so I did make it in the scale of the dolls more accurately than what Mattel does, and I just wanted to make sure that she could sit comfortably without looking like a crazy person, and I think it's okay. So here's one of my new Fashionistas Ember wearing this outfit, and it does fit on a curvy body. She's got a traditional curvy body. It's not articulated, and the sweater dress fits fine. I didn't have to squeeze her into it. It went on pretty easily. It's just right here with the sleeves, you do kind of have to be careful about not getting the sleeves caught in the thumbs, but that is not a really big issue, and it's like that with most long sleeved clothing of this material for the Barbies anyway. And then her collar here, it's sewn down in the front and it's sewn down on the backs to keep it steady. And surprisingly, the socks also fit, but they do seem to be made of a stretchy fabric like cotton or something, so I guess it's not that surprising, but they fit on the curvy legs. And I couldn't fit the boots on her feet because curvy dolls tend to have bigger feet than Barbie dolls do, and because City Chic comes with model muse type feet, they're gonna be even smaller than regular Barbies. So of course her boots can't fit on her, but that's okay. So those are the glasses that City Chic came with. They're pretty badass. Look how big the frames are. And I did take that cardboard piece out of the purse, which I detached from the outfit. So I wanted to see if we could fill it with the other accessories and it'll all fit in there. That would be kind of awesome. Let's see. Okay, so the biggest thing is the book. And I'm sure the book will fit because that cardboard fit. Yep, it fit. Then we've got her coffee. Nobody's carrying coffee around in their bags, but so what? I just want to see if all her little things will go in there. And then her very thin phone. Should be enough room for that. And her pencil. Oh, nice and snug. Ooh, and then there's still probably some room in here for her glasses too. So everything fits. So you can keep all her things with her, completely mobile. The awesome purse actually fits around her shoulders, so that's also a plus. Really like that. I always like the over-the-shoulder bags better. And of course, like I like to do, rock them glasses in your hair, girl. Pretty awesome. Okay, so the outfit absolutely gets my stamp of approval. And then I gave Miss City Chic a change of clothes as well. She's just wearing like regular Barbie sized clothing. And of course it fits just fine because she's just got a standard type of body. She's probably a little bit skinnier than regular Barbie body types because she's got like a Model Muse torso kind of, but it's not really a huge big difference. And then for the heck of it, I also took her hair out of those the little tight ponytail that they had it in to keep the bangs down. I took that out. I just wanted to see if the hair was actually gonna blend with the rest of her hair or if it was gonna be all straight just in the front. So it seems like it blends pretty well, and it is crimply in the middle all the way down, so it works. So you can just take her hair out if you don't like the style that it was in, but I just wanted to see what it would look like. And she does have a middle part, like a permanent middle part. So you can play with her hair and switch it around and give her different looks, but I like the hair the way that it is. I don't think I would perm it or straighten it or anything like that because I just like the texture. So overall, that's what this doll looks like. And you guys let me know in the comments if she's your cup of tea. From what I can tell, her body is the same as the Barbie Look Pool Chic doll here, which I did film a review of, but I never got a chance to put the review up. So I'm working on that, and I will get you guys a review for her as well. So I'm not sure what I'm going to name this Darla look-alike. I hope you enjoyed the review, and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I've got a review coming up for this girl, so make sure you stay tuned so you can watch that. And go back and watch my previous reviews of the other dolls that were in the Fashionista line, of the new ones anyway. They're not all on the back of this box, but I did do a review on Ember when I got her and some of her friends, the boys that came together in that line. So just go and watch those reviews if you're interested in them. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Catch y'all on Instagram. Don't forget to watch our live video sessions. And until we meet again, have a dolly day.